Hey YouTube, how's everything? So I'm going to take you around my computer setup. You've probably, or you probably should watch this video over here where it shows my setup in action and how I've configured it to have Eyefinity and at the same time just a traditional HD TV setup, kind of two setups in one. So let's take a very quick look at this setup I have here. So first things first, the motherboard is a Formula 4 Asus Crosshair Formula 4 with the BIOS 2002. I believe this, yeah, it is the latest one. Of course, there's a 3000 BIOS which is made for AM3 Plus CPUs only. So if you have a bulldozer or CPU, you can drop it in this motherboard. The BIOS is experimental up until now, so I just went with the 2002 BIOS, which is mainly for the Phenom II CPUs, because I have the Phenom II X6 1090T at 4 GHz in this machine. So the reason I didn't upgrade to bulldozer is because it's not enough of a jump in terms of performance between the 6-core Phenom 2 and the 8-core bulldozer. So I stuck with the Phenom II X6 at 4 GHz. Of course, you need a baby like this to cool it down if you're gonna have it at 4 GHz on air. This is the Noctua NH-D14. Now, it's a really great cooler. I've used the Thermaltake Frio, which is also a great cooler. The Frio is slightly smaller, but this is cooler and quieter. This is much quieter. So, moving on, I've also installed the Noctua fans here and here. They are very quiet and they give a lot of airflow, so I actually love these fans. They're a bit pricey, but you get what you pay for, as they say. So moving on to the RAM. The RAM is AMD Black Edition RAM by OCZ. Now what I put for graphics is two 6950 graphics cards, Dirt 3 edition, and these do not unlock to 6970s. Now I've seen reports where you flip a switch and then it unlocks the shaders. That didn't work with me, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with these, but I've not seen a BIOS where you can unlock this, and frankly speaking, I haven't tried my full effort to unlock these. I just put them in Crossfire and most games run fine. Plus the unlocking performance gain isn't as much, especially if because I'm overclocking these. Now moving to the of course the case. I forgot to mention the case. The case is a Haf X by CoolerMaster. It's a really good case, and I'll show you this. It's a duct, GPU duct. I told you I put the fan inside of it. I don't know if you can see the fan. You can barely see the fan in there. So it cools down the graphics cards pretty well. Now the power supply is CoolerMaster Silent Pro Gold. This is a 1000 watt power supply with 80 plus gold certification. So it runs cool and quiet. The way I've put it is that it sucks in air from this side, and may not be ideal for airflow, because also you have the GPUs sucking in air here. Each has 2 fans, so a total of 4 fans, and it is very noisy. So what I have here is the side panel for the Haf X. It has a big 200mm fan which draws in the air here, and then the power supply puts it in, exhausts it, and then the graphics cards also pull it in. So it can get a bit hot in here, but thanks to the good design of having a 200mm here, cools down the hard disks, then cools down the GPUs from this side with the 120 Noctua fan. Now, going to the storage over here, I have 1 terabyte hard disks, and then I have one data. No, nope, I've removed one, I believe. Yep, I only have 2 1 tera hard disks. I used to have 4 in here, so I just I had 4 on RAID 10. What I did is I just put the Crucial M4 in there, SSD, and then 1 hard disk for installs, so like games that I don't want them to run on the SSD, or programs that I don't want to run on the SSD, or anything. I just put it on the installs hard disk. I call it installs hard disk, and then I have 1 tera for that, and then I have 1 tera for data, and then I have 500 GBs Seagate hard disks. These are 1 tera. The 2 1 terabyte hard disks are Western Digital Black Edition hard disks, and then you have the Seagate 500 GB hard disk. It's just for backups, my documents and stuff like that. So 500 GB is overkill for documents. Now what else is here? Let me try and remember. Spoke about the RAM and this stuff. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. So the Crucial M4 is 1 to 8 GBs. See, when I bought it, I thought about it and I said should be enough. It's enough if I keep my drive clean, 128 GB. I would recommend it if you can keep your drive clean. If you're too much of, kind of a cluttery person, go for the 256. If you're really a cluttery person, just wait for SSD prices to go down, and then you'll probably find a few teras. I believe they've just recently released a 1 terabyte SSD. They are expensive. Of course, if you notice, it's very dusty in here. I live in an Arab country called Bahrain, so we have a lot of dust. Even with the filters, see there? Even with the filters, it fails to kind of, keep the dust outside. It has a filter here, the Haf X. I can pop it out and show you. It's probably gonna pop out a lot of dust. Oh man, did you see all of that dust? See? It is dusty like hell. So yeah, even if I clear, oh man, there's a lot of dust. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's just leave this over here. Going back to the machine, I just have a DVD drive, very basic one, DVD writer, and just a bunch of wireless dongles for mice, keyboards, and Bluetooth and other things, because this motherboard does not include a Bluetooth with it. Just to show you the back panel. Awesomeness, eh? The Dirt 3 edition, I believe, does not support Crossfire, or you call it Tri-Fire, so it only has Crossfire. Maybe I will upgrade in the future. Man, my room is dusty. Let me double check if I covered everything to kind of wrap up. Yep, I have covered everything. Maybe the RAM, actually I didn't mention 8 GB of RAM. It's a solid machine. I do face quite a few blue screens of death because of the ATI drivers, so that's a big thumbs down for AMD drivers. So that's a big thumbs down for AMD regarding stability. If you want a stable system, go with NVIDIA. The reason I went with AMD is because they give you Eyefinity over a single card, and when I had a single card in here, Eyefinity ran really nicely. So you have 3 screens on one card, and this actually allows even more screens to be on your setup. So to wrap things up, you can just go to the video where I have the setup running, and you can see it in action. It's a good machine. And this is the other side. If you're wondering about the cable management, it's a bit messy. I'm a messy guy, especially near the hard disks. And yeah, that's the computer build I have made. Built in 2010, upgraded in 2011. Thanks for watching.